Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome to this video. So I'm going to be doing the BDR G1B, and this tank guys, it's not the best heavy out there. I would say I'd rather play the KV1. However, at tier 5 guys, the teams you get, just especially the enemy teams, sometimes can be really bad, and I enjoy playing these lower tiers guys. Like I said, I it's something different, but also tier 5 isn't that low where you just find people that are throwing their tanks away all the time. So as you can see here guys, if you know anything about XVM, these teams are, I mean, there's not very many good players on these teams. So basically what these two games, I'm going to make this a double feature. These two games are just going to show you how bad your teammates and enemies can be at World of Tanks. These are two games that I'm telling you guys, this is not the norm. This is not, these aren't normal games, so don't watch them as such, but I'm still going to show them to you just because I think they're hilarious. So we're getting a shot into Churchill, guys. By the way, this is on Kharkov, and we're just going to basically start annihilating this enemy team. And really, guys, I mean, these guys are just running right into my gun. I try and take a shot at the Stug there. It bounces on the Churchill. And really, guys, I mean, this BDR actually has decent armor as well. I don't think it's as reliable as like a KV1 at this tier, but I have bounced a couple shots, and the gun is really where this thing is shining. I mean, the armor's okay, but the gun is it just annihilates tier 5s and lower guys. I mean, I two-shotted that Stug. That was all me. And it's accurate too. You can see the shot we got there on the Excelsior. And, having a gun with this kind of accuracy and this kind of, not DPM necessarily, but alpha damage, guys, is just incredible. I mean, at tier 5, you're like I said, we just two-shotted that Stug. So if you're looking on the map, guys, you can see we have a P26 at the base right here, and it doesn't look like anyone is doing anything about that. We have an M5 Stort that looks to be AFK. We have a T28. We have a Chihi. They're all just sitting there doing nothing. And I basically already know that this game's going to be a loss, even though I've done almost 1,500 damage, soon to be over that, guys. 1,600 damage in this tank. I know this is going to be a loss, guys, because we've already lost the west side of the map, and it just seems like my team is doing nothing. I'm like the only one really doing anything here. This Wolverine is trying to poke, but I just don't think he has the armor to do it, and, ultimately, you're going to see that we get absolutely annihilated here, but before that happens, I annihilate half this enemy team. So I'm going to go 2 times here, guys, and just to kind of show you what happens here so we can get to the second replay. But again, to talk about this tank, guys, like, it's not that bad. It's really all about the gun. And, tier 5, like I said, you'll get these games where, you're going to run into people that just aren't that good at the game, and you're going to run into these stomps where it's like 15-3. And that's just what World of Tanks is looking like as a free-to-play game, guys. It's always been like that. Wargaming, I don't think has done their best to try and balance teams. You can see we get a shot there on the M4A1. Going to go with a blind shot on the P26, and now the Panzer IV is coming around the corner. Now the Stug appears out of nowhere, guys. I'm going to slow this back down as we kind of get into our last stand here. And we get 2 shots on the Stug. We clean up another Stug, guys, with 2 shots. That's it. That's all it took with this alpha damage. And we're just going to poke on this Panzer. Now, I'm trying to kind of angle myself the best I can, but like I said, this armor is not the greatest. I mean, it's decent. It's surprised me. I've bounced, quite a few shots, but it's not super reliable. It's really the gun that you have to rely on in this tank. So we're going to clean up the P26 there. I see the BT7 coming around the corner. I have good situational awareness, guys, so I'm going to take a shot there on the Panzer, and now I'm going to move to get in position to take care of this BT7. I kill him, and now, guys, we have the Matilda and the Churchill coming after me. And this is ultimately where my luck runs out. We've done 3,500 damage. I'm going to try and clean up this Matilda. I bounce. Wasn't a very well-placed shot. Now I'm going to try and ram the Matilda as he comes around the corner, but we do no damage to him because that tank kind of sucks. Auto aim the Churchill with gold round, it bounces, we die. So 6 kills, guys, 3,500 damage. That's really the end of this game. There's no reason in me showing you the Wolverine just sitting there doing nothing. And here's me in the chat saying these teams, man, because it just drives me nuts how I can do 3,500 damage and the game isn't even close. So that's the first game, guys. 6 kills, Top Gun. And now we're going to get into the second game with 10 kills, guys. So again, this replay here, guys, this is not the norm. Like I stressed to you, this is not going to happen to you every game you get into. These teams were just wild, guys. And what I mean by wild is they were just YOLOing me. They had no idea really what they were doing. And like I said, at tier 5, you'll run into this. Now, it's not like tier 3 or even tier 2 or something where people are just getting into the game and really have no clue what they're doing. Usually tier 5, you have some people that actually kind of know what they're doing. But turns out, guys, that we just had, you know, a terrible enemy team, but also a terrible team ourselves too, because I lost both these games, by the way. So let's go ahead, speed ahead to where we're going to go. And you'll see that early on here, I'm just poking on a KV1. And I'll leave this on my view in, I believe it's on 2 times right now, just so we can kind of get through this. I know you guys might not like that I 2 times the replays, but I'd rather get through them quicker. And this way, it's a shorter video for you guys to watch. So we're going to take shots in this KV1 here, and I think I went to gold. I didn't even really have to there. But we clean up the KV1 in like 3 shots, right, guys? And now we're just looking for shots at the T-34. And he's very smart about this poke. You know, he's not really exposing himself. He's really only exposing himself to the Cavalier down here, and KV1 to my left. So I try for like 1 shot as he pokes out, and I can't get the shot, guys. So what I'm seeing on the map though is that we've lost, like if you're looking at the map, we've lost the entire north side of the map. You can see there's no one there except the T-67, and we have to go back, guys. Like I'm not gonna push this line regardless. I mean, there's a couple TDs sitting here and stuff. We're already losing, so it's just not a smart idea to push that. I never like pushing the south on this map, Mannerheim line, and I don't think it's ever worth it to push that line, guys. I mean, when you do push it, you have to like ride along this edge here and stuff, and you just get annihilated by TDs, so I just never like doing it. So we spot the Leo here. He's trying to make pressure up the mid, and really this is where we're going to be for the rest of the game, guys, is right here in this corner. Now, I'm going to go back to my view. If you watch the Leo here, guys, watch the Leo on the map. You'll see him running, and then at the very last second, he kind of turns back around. And I noticed that. So this is something you just have to be aware of. You have to have good like awareness, and especially looking at the map. And I know this Leo is going to poke here. I just know it because I saw him on the map wanting to come back and do it. So we're going to get a shot into the T-67. We're going to get a shot into the Leo, and we're looking at almost 1,000 damage right now, guys. So ELC comes around the corner. Now, you guys just realized, like, literally seconds ago, it felt like we had like 3 or 4 tanks over here, and then they just disappeared out of nowhere. So now we're in a situation, guys, where the only people I have left on my team are a Type T-34 here, which is going to defend the north, and 3 Arty, which are ultimately going to die once the Type T-34 dies. So we're in the biggest hole we can be in on Mannerheim line, guys. And really all I can do is, what I sometimes like to do, guys, is use this rock to poke on people when I lose this side of the map, but we can't do that because we've lost this whole entire mid, we've lost the north, we've lost everything, so we're in a massive defensive mode here. So all we can do is poke this corner. Now ELC is here, we're gonna get shots into him, and he tries to rush me. Luckily he bounces his shot there, and now T-67, I'm gonna slow this down, guys, as we get to this these final moments here. So T-67 tries to YOLO me, he dies, and really all this is, guys, is everyone just keeps YOLOing me one by one, and it's the easiest thing to deal with in a tank like this. You'll never, in a normal game, I would say in an average game, you'll never find this. I have people just YOLOing me everywhere and just running out into the middle of nowhere, and with an accurate, high damage gun, that's where this tank is going to ultimately shine. I mean, there's other tanks that would not do as good in this situation, but because this thing is so accurate as a heavy tank, I'm able to just really rip apart half of this enemy team, actually 2/3 of the enemy team. So Stug is here. Stug hits me once, but I think it bounces. He makes a very, very strange move here and decides that he's just going to run away at the last second or something. I have no idea what that was, guys. But I kill him, and now Valiant is trying to make pressure, but I see the Wolverine on the map, so I'm going to take care of the Wolverine first, because I have a decent shot on him. We kill the Wolverine, and now really we could press the Valiant, but I mean, we don't have a lot of HP to do it, right, guys? We're at half our HP. My engine and driver are both toast, so I can hardly move. So really what I'm doing is I'm just waiting here to see what's coming next, guys. I'm going to keep my gun right in the middle, so this way whoever pokes on me next is going to get killed. Panzer tries to make pressure. He pays the price for it, and now we're at 7 kills, guys. So Valiant's coming around the corner, and now I need to push this guy because I feel like at this time he's really the only other big threat here, and he's been poking me the entire game. So we're gonna get another shot into him there. I was actually kind of aiming for the Arty, but that hit his the Valiant's turret, and now we're just gonna have to, you know, basically YOLO these two. And why this Arty came up in this way, I do not know, guys, but I track him, and he's dead, and I forgot to switch back to normal rounds, guys, so we were basically spamming gold this entire game. And I'm trying to kind of angle myself, but like I said before, guys, this armor is just not reliable enough, and he's going to get another shot at me, and we kill him. Now we're down a gunner as well, and here comes the Arty, guys, I see on the map, and there's just, you can see how slow my turret is going, with 2 people down and an engine gone. I mean, like, this guy misses, I get 1 shot into him, and then I kind of back up so that he rams me, and I get the kill on him with a ram. So that's the end of this game, guys. There was no way I was going to get back to the cap. I mean, everyone was just putting so much pressure on me. There was too many players, guys. There was no other way to play this. I mean, you could say, why don't you try and reset the cap? But that was not going to happen, guys, when I have the entire enemy team YOLOing me. You just can't. You have to try and at least protect yourself. So we survived this game, guys, and we got 10 kills, 3,761 damage. And I mean, I'm going to stress this again, guys. This is not the norm, but I figured this would be you know, just a good couple replays to show you guys how good you can actually be in a tank like this when you are basically about to lose, right? So it's kind of like what to do when you're losing. You just find a corner, guys, try and angle yourself the best you can, and use the accuracy and the DPM of this Top Gun, because the Top Gun is just absolutely nasty, guys. So I'm going to show you the end plates on the last game. I have the end plates for both, but I don't think we really need the end plates for the first one. It was a first class game, but I know you guys want to see the end plates on this 10 kill game. So I'm going to show you that. And I believe it is these, maybe. Let's see. Okay, here it is, guys. So 3,761 damage, 10 kills, and I'm going to show you this view so you can see all the badges we got. Obviously, one's Top Gun, one's High Caliber, one is like Steel Wall or something like that, guys. And these are all the badges we got. This is Mastery. So it was, actually I think it's my first Mastery, because the first game you guys saw was a first class, as I said. And we will look at the picture of the coin. And we lost 40k because we shot a lot of gold, guys, but 24 shots fired, 22 direct hits, and 21 pens means we only bounced really 1 shot, and 3,700 damage in this tank is just absolutely insane, guys. So 239 assist damage. Really, we weren't going to get much assist damage. That's not what this tank is made for. And really, guys, that's pretty much the video. You can see we're averaging 1,987 damage in this tank right here, but we've only won 1 game out of 5, so we have 20% victory rate. And this is why I always say, guys, don't worry about your stats. I'm averaging 2,000 damage in this tank, which is just the most insane thing ever, and we've only won 1 of 5 games. So it tells you that WN8 and really playing for a win don't always correlate. All right, guys, so hope you enjoyed this video in the BDR, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.